up the ante on his defamation lawsuit against Courtney Burgess, Ariel Mitchell, and NewsNation. He upped it from $50 million to $100 million. And this is not looking good because Courtney Burgess has yet to show proof of the allegations he has against Diddy. I have my personal opinions of Burgess and Ariel Mitchell. I talked about them before on my channel and told you guys how I felt about them. And, I'll get into that in a minute. But I'm going to give you guys a quick update for those of you who don't know about it. I'm going to read this quick article to you guys so you can see what's going on. And then I'm going to tell you how I feel about this situation. It says Diddy is suing a TV network and two individuals for defamation, accusing them of orchestrating a calculated smear campaign. According to a complaint reviewed by Complex, Diddy filed a First Amendment complaint on Wednesday, August 6th in the U.S. District Court against Courtney Burgess, Ariel Mitchell, and Nexstar Media Incorporated, which operates the NewsNation cable news network, alleging they orchestrated a deliberate scheme to fabricate and broadcast false claims. This case is about defendants' willful schemes to fabricate and broadcast outrageous lies concerning Mr. Combs, and then to leverage those falsehoods to enrich themselves, gain social media fame, and promote their brands, strip Mr. Combs of his reputation and livelihood, and jeopardize his right to a fair trial, read the document. The filing states Burgess falsely claimed that he possessed videos of Mr. Combs involved in a SA of celebrities and minions, and that NewsNation recklessly repeated and amplified his lies as if they were true, despite the network allegedly knowing his claims were probably false. It further alleges that Mitchell, Burgess' attorney, who is facing a Florida bar complaint related to accusations of bribing a witness in another case, knowingly repeated false statements on national television, including the claim that a police report supported allegations Diddy SA'd a woman in March of 2018. The document asserts that no such report exists and that the actual police report filed by her client accused two Caucasian men and not Diddy, with police deeming those claims unsubstantiated. As a result, millions of people have come to believe in the made-up evidence that defendants have falsely described and vouched for, read the document. The torrent of lies and the immeasurable harm and prejudice it has caused to Mr. Combs must be remedied. Diddy is seeking a jury trial and damages of no less than $100 million. So I wanted to read that to you guys really quick so you could just get a gist of what's going on. But I have said this before and I'm going to say it again. I do not believe Burgess. I do not believe Ariel Mitchell. And everything in this video is alleged. Let me say that first before I go in. Everything in this video is alleged, and I'm only speaking my personal opinion of and what I think. Okay? And I believe that Ariel Mitchell is a bottom of the barrel attorney. And that's my opinion. And I've said this before. It seems that she represents sketchy clients. One of her previous clients was Ariel English, who, if you know anything and you've been following this case long enough and you've been hearing the stories, and back in September, October, when she first came out, Ariel English, and doing all these interviews, it was proven that she was a liar and was trying to just gain off of being at Diddy parties, and was, it was a whole thing with that. If you guys know, you know. I don't even feel like going all in detail of that. But if you know the issue and the stories with Ariel English and Misha, I talked about it back then. I did videos on them and their lies. They was trying to milk the situation, and they was doing interviews all over the place, lying like I don't know what, okay? And Ariel Mitchell, at some point, she was representing Ariel English, and then I don't know if Ariel dropped her or she dropped Ariel, Ariel, however it went, Ariel. I don't know if she dropped her, however it went, but they parted ways. Another person that Ariel Mitchell is representing is Ashley Parham. As far as I know, she's still representing her. I did a video on that a while back when that case first came out some months ago, when she was claiming Drewski and Big Homie CC and Diddy and all these people was involved, including Jaguar Wright, in the SA of herself and the assault of two other plaintiffs that was added onto that lawsuit. And it was I read the entire lawsuit, and I did some digging, not even just myself, other content creators as well. And I knew right then, I did a video on it, that there was lies, because one of the reasons I knew that Jaguar Wright was not even around during the dates that they said she did these things. She was in jail in Chicago somewhere, and they saying she was in Cali or Las Vegas or something like that. There was no possible way she could have been there if she had been in jail already. Okay, moving on. She also, and I just read in the article, Ariel Mitchell, they said that she's, facing a complaint on her at the Bar Association. I guess she got a complaint because in a previous incident or another case involving Trey Songz, she tried to bribe some woman to lie on him, and the woman did not take the money. They said it was from anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 that she tried to bribe the woman and get her to take the money in order to lie on Trey Songz and say that she was around when he had SA'd another woman that was her client, and also tried to get her to lie, say he did it to her as well, the woman that she tried to bribe. So it's just too many things that's going on when it comes to this Ariel Mitchell. I feel like she want to be a celebrity attorney so bad that she does anything, and I really feel like she's a bottom of the barrel attorney. So I don't believe anything that she says. She Courtney Burgess, I've never believed him since day one. It's just something about him when you and that don't mean that it's 100% lies. Maybe there is some truth, but I choose not to believe it, and I could be wrong. And if I am wrong, okay, I'll come back and say I was wrong. That man was telling the truth the whole time, but I don't see it. Why would Kim Porter give you these flash drives when she don't know you? And then at one point you said you knew Diddy and you had been knowing him for 20 years, and then the next thing you know, you're saying you didn't know him, you just knew him in passing. And then you said you was in the music industry for 20 or 30 years, but there's no record of you ever being involved in the music industry at all. You said you knew Kim Porter through passing. Her roommate and said, and her children say they didn't even know you. They've never heard of you or seen you before. So you then cleared that up, well, tried to, and said that you knew of her through just being in the music industry and through passing, and that she had someone get in touch with you to give you her diary and these flash drives, 11 of them in total to be exact, to so that you could hold on to them. And it's just too many. It just don't make sense. Why would she give these things to a total stranger? She don't know you from Adam. Why would she give it to you? You only according to you only seen her or came in contact with her through passing. So that means y'all never had a conversation or anything like that, and she decided you was the one that should take on her most personal things about her life. Like, why? It don't make sense. Then he said he had flash drives. Then after that, it wasn't flash drives. He lost them or got rid of them or something happened to him, but he ended up having the things that was on the flash drives on his phone. So the flash drives was gone and all this stuff. It's just been too many back and forth stories when it comes to him and what he said. Then with Ariel Mitchell, she corroborated quite a few of the things that her client, Courtney Burgess, said, but it's still, to me, she's not credible. She's not credible. If these things are true, why didn't it come up in this trial? Maybe they have some strategic plan where they say, okay, we're not going to bring everything forward at once. We're going to do it like this. And maybe they're going to break it down and bring every case out differently. So that could be true, but I'm just thinking like, nothing that Courtney Burgess said has checked out. Now, one thing that for me, I feel like if Diddy know that it's a possibility that these things exist and that Courtney Burgess probably have something on him, Why is he up in the ante on this lawsuit? He's applying pressure, and I feel like it's because he know that Courtney Burgess don't have anything. Courtney Burgess, I mean, we haven't even been hearing anything about him. We haven't been hearing anything about him. It's like he been laying low. So what reason would Diddy have to keep poking at this if nobody is saying anything? Especially now while he's waiting on sentencing. He wouldn't be poking the bear trying to make things worse for himself, would he? So for him to double down, it's like he's confident that there's nothing there. And Courtney Burgess needs to be careful because if he is lying, I feel sorry for him because he did go testify in front of the grand jury. So they're going to get him for perjury if there is lies. Now, I do hear people saying, well, why would he go lie in front of the grand jury? That he has to be telling the truth. I heard a couple people, because most people believe that he's lying. But I heard a couple people saying that they would have locked him up by now. Not necessarily. The feds don't work like that. They take their time. And if they feel that they could use Courtney to their advantage, even if they know that he lied, they're going to take their time to charge him. Okay? So maybe Courtney, and it also depends on exactly what he told them when he went and testified and things like that. So we don't know what that is yet. We just don't know. But me, I don't believe him. His story just don't sound right to me. Even though I know that everything don't have to sound right for it to be true. But I'm sorry. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it, especially with his lawyer. And I told you guys this like 6 months ago. She just really sketchy to me. And she just seemed like she get the bottom of the barrel clients. She wants to be a celebrity attorney so bad. And it seems like, she take on people that she know are liars. Because like even in the Ariel English situation, I wouldn't have took her on from day one. Like if she walked in my office with the stuff she was saying online, if she walked in my office with that, I wouldn't have took her on. And I'm not even an attorney. Just hearing her, I knew she was lying. Okay? So I don't know how she took her on in the first place, but I guess she thought, that she'll be able to milk that situation because Ariel English was somebody who had proof that she was around Diddy back in the day and at the parties and things like that. She had pictures and everything. So she was there. But her story was a lie. And, her behavior, she started being, unpredictable during the interviews. It seemed like she was drinking a lot and things like that. And I feel like that's the only reason why Ariel Mitchell dropped Ariel English as a client, because she knew that it wasn't going to be looking good. You can't have a client that's, messing with, I don't want to say what because, or insinuate what because, I don't want to put that on nobody, but you could tell something was going on. And Ariel English was on several interviews drinking, but I believe it was more than drinks involved with Ariel English because her behavior was crazy on those interviews. If you guys know, you know. And I feel like Ariel Mitchell looked at that and was like, man, we're not going to get away with this. I'm not going to be able to use her because she just all over the place. So there's no way we're going to get money. So I might as well just drop her and move on. I feel like that's the only reason, because otherwise she'll still have Ariel English too. So yeah, I just don't believe him. And the one thing about it in this situation, if Courtney Burgess is lying or telling the truth, whatever the case may be, if they move forward with this case, this defamation lawsuit, during discovery, we're going to find out. Because discovery is the process that they have to submit proof of any claims they have. So if he said that his proof was confiscated, the tapes was confiscated, and that he had to go in front of the grand jury, and all these things he's saying that he had to do, and that he had videos. He even named several celebrities. If you guys don't know, I'm gonna name a few, and everything in this video is alleged. Again, I'm just going off what's already put out in the public, and I'm just gonna say that just because I'm about to name some people. He named Justin Bieber, Usher, Danny Boy, Jaden Smith, J-Lo, Cassie, Mary J. Blige, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Hart, and LeBron. So these are people that he named during interviews that he saw on those tapes, whether they was doing something or not. But according to him, I'm not going to say everybody I just named because I can't remember exactly who, was involved in the activities, the adult activities, but he did say he seen adult activities taking place on those videos that involved Justin Bieber and Usher. And I believe he said Danny Boy and Jaden Smith. Now, the other people that was named, I'm not as sure exactly, but those are the people that he named on those tapes that he saw. And he said that was some of the people. Okay? So he's going to have to show proof of everything, or it's not going to be looking good. It's very well possible that what he's saying is true. What if it is? You can't just say 100% somebody is lying. I get that. He could be telling the truth. But then it makes you wonder, why hasn't these things come out yet? Why they haven't came out yet? It makes me wonder. And it could be that the government could be trying to protect them in some type of way, or they have a strategic plan that we don't know about. But the problem is, Courtney Burgess has to prove that he's telling the truth. Ariel Mitchell has to prove that her client is telling the truth. And she also has to prove that she's telling the truth as well, because she corroborated several of the statements that Courtney Burgess said. NewsNation, I don't know what to say about them, but that one's going to be kind of rough to me, because in the article I just read you guys, it said that NewsNation was aware that what Courtney Burgess was saying was not true. You got to prove that they know that. How do you know that they knew that? They probably was just interviewing him. But Diddy, he won $100 million. Now, I don't know if Courtney and Ariel have $100 million, but NewsNation have it. So, if they find NewsNation to be guilty in this situation, then yeah, they probably the one who gonna pay majority of the money, because they the one who had them on their platform and put it out for the public to see. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt at first when it came to Courtney Burgess, but I just don't believe him. I don't believe him. I'm sorry, I don't. Or if any of the things he's saying is true, I believe it's still a lot of lies within his story. He went on this campaign of interviews where he was all over the place. It seemed like he was milking the system. He was writing books. He was just trying to monetize off of this situation. That's what it seemed like to me. In the beginning, he was monetizing off this situation and getting as much money as he can off of it. If you've seen these things, why didn't you say something sooner? It took for Diddy to, get in trouble for you to come forward with this information. Nah, man, you was milking the system. And so, I don't know. I'm sure we're going to find out. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get this lawsuit in court and the discovery and everything like that. I'm not sure. But as soon as I hear something else, I'm going to let you guys know. I just feel that if Diddy know it's a possibility Courtney Burgess has these things or proof and all that, I don't think he'll be doubling down. He already trying to get out of jail. So this right here is a bad time to be doubling down on someone who possibly got more evidence on you to stay in jail. Okay? So tell me what y'all think in the comments, and I am out. Bye, y'all.